Right, the kids are at nursery, the wife's at work. I guess I better go to work myself. Right, okay,
Sega.
Sonic Team.
Hello Internet, and for those of you who have seen the Radish and Monday Retro Chat, then you will know that I actually played this game as part of our games that we do in between episodes. Picked by James over at Sweet Radish Gaming. Go and check out his channel, go and check out the video, I would have linked it previously. But yeah, so I never had a Saturn growing up. I heard about Nights into Dreams, but thought, okay, I should probably actually try this game at some point. Bought it years ago. Like, I think I've had this game on the PC since 2014, 2016. I don't know, a while. Never got around to playing it. So it was great that James finally said, okay, no, we're going to play this. Great. Because, we wanted to do Nights to Dreams Christmas. But to unlock that Christmas part, you actually have to complete the main game. So it was a good excuse to actually try the whole thing. You can see from the graphics that, we've now gone into pure 3D polygon technology. So Sega are really trying to show it off. And for those who maybe have played Balan Wonderworld, then you kind of see where this was, where the inspiration came from, because of Yuji Naka, of course. Anyway, so as someone who never played this game back in the day and came back to it now, I can definitely see the charm of it. When I started playing it, it did seem a bit like, right, okay, like trying to get used to get used to the gameplay, I guess. Because you can't just go full 3D kind of exploration. You are still on a 2D plane, which you'll see once we get to the game itself. Currently, we're just watching the opening cutscene. Yeah, I recorded the audio after I recorded the footage, and going to splice the two together. So that's why I'm trying to fill the time. But I know that you're seeing now loading, but this isn't actually me playing, this is the demo. And you can see that when you're the character, one of the children, you do have full 3D roaming. But when you get to play as Knights, the Harlequin, then you go into like the kind of 2D plane itself. So we will now, this is where I actually decided I should probably play the game, rather than showing the intro. And yeah, so you can see I've already unlocked everything, because I've already just completed it today, funny enough. So hot off the press of trying to get some recording done. And here I am playing the first level. And Spring Valley, the ideal. So each level has kind of like a subtitle to go with it. And here we are from the demo, and you can see the orbs flying around you is now been stolen, except for one, which you did get to keep. But now we have to wait to have control again. You can just press A to skip this, but I decided to show you. And now we play Harlequin, the mascot that everyone recognizes second most from Sonic Team other than Sonic himself. So the point is that we need to collect the blue orbs and hit this thing that I've just passed, which has the sphere that was stolen from me, but you need to collect 20 of them. So if you loop the level, then everything kind of resets, as in everything comes back, which is great because not necessarily you can grab 20 orbs on your first run through. That being said, there are like because you can fly up and down, you can easily miss some bits, so it does pay to do some exploration. But you can see on top of the middle, there is a countdown timer, and I know that you'll see later where I mess up and actually run out of time. trying to get to a higher score. So on the top right, you can see the score that is currently increasing. So once you hit 20, then you free the orb and you go into bonus time. So they give you extra bonus points for the amount of time that you have left over when you release the orb, but then you can continue to collect. And you keep going round and round until pretty much 0 seconds. But if you hit 0, then you lose your score. And you can see I just got a grade. And so there's 4 stages to each level plus boss, and depending on how well you do, you get an overall score. Depending on your overall score will affect your final rating. So even if you get an F for one of them, if you get like a super high score in another part, then you can still come out with an A, funny enough. I've already got a couple of A's, and there is an achievement if you get an A on every single level. Right now I doubt I'll be doing that, but who knows. So now you can see I'm on the second part, and yeah, if you do a loop, then everything that was inside the loop that you did is collected. But also sometimes they give you like random, like I don't know what that item was I collected them, but yeah, I'm not sure what it does. You can also get, like sometimes you'll get little creatures that live in this world. Again, I don't know what the point of that is, but oh, maybe the wing thing icon was to fill the bar in the bottom left. So as you see, I'm doing like a dash, but that's using the green bar at the bottom. Also, if you go into that temple after you're free your extra bonus time, then you immediately move on to the next bit. Whereas if you want to keep getting points, then you need to go over the top of it and keep going around the level. And then you can keep building up your score and building up and building up and building up. And that blue and yellow gate is where you can actually if you do some extra moves, then you'll get extra points. This is how you really build up your score. There's also an achievement if you do level with them. What you have to do is just zoom to the top level, keep hitting the left or right button, and you'll just keep doing random different abilities, skills, whatever it is. And then, yeah, if you get 11, you get Dreamy. That unlocks achievement, which I've already got, so that's why I didn't pop this time around. And, yeah, as you can see, if you touch that before you have 20, it'll take off the ones that you've already got, but it will actually release it. And you can see I'm trying to build my score again, and I'm pretty sure this is where I screw up, because I waste too much time doing this. So, and you see in the top left, where it's currently blue with an 8 in it, once you actually get 20, then, or if you know 20 overall, it will take into account the ones that you've already used on the container itself. It will turn red, meaning that you can tell that you need to go back and do it. Usually, depending on where you are in the level, you could just carry on going round, but sometimes it's actually better to go backwards and try and do it. Literally just go back on yourself and go back to it, because the quicker you do it, the more points you get. And you can see here, this is a third gate, because every time you loop, everything resets, so this is really where you build your points. So you can see I have quite a higher score. I would be in line to get an A ranking, except, you know, the fact that I'm about to screw it up because I do not have enough time to get back. So 14, 13, and you see I am really trying, except for when I hit a bouncer, like that shoots me off. 6, 5, 4, and again, and you can see I ain't gonna make it. And when you get to 0, you go back to being the child, and now there's an egg timer above you. This is an alarm clock, and if the alarm clock gets you, then that means that you wake up and you end the level, like you lose. So you have to restart from scratch, which sucks. But you can try and run and jump to get back. You can see that now I'm on to the 4th stage. Again, do the loop-to-loop to get everything that's inside. Yeah, the graphics actually, I quite like. This is the remastered version, or the improved version. They do have the original Saturn on here, which I haven't tried, so I'm not sure how different it is. But I do think this is very colourful. This is, I like the style, I really do. I know that they did a sequel on the Wii. I haven't tried it. Apparently it's not great, but I think the art style in this is just fantastic, and it's a pity we don't get more like this. I can see why Knight's character kept showing up as in other Sega related properties, you know, when they do like card games or things like that. but and the music, yeah, it's quite good as well. It's nothing that's necessarily really catchy, but yeah. Okay, now we get onto the boss. So you can see that even though I got an F, my overall score is a C. I don't know if it's because I've actually completed Knight's Christmas game. This isn't meant to be the boss for this level. It's meant to be a completely different one, but this one is now here. Fair enough. And it also, when I complete it, will say second night rather than first night, even though I picked the first level. So I'm guessing having Christmas mode unlocked has now changed it around. Well, either way. So all the bosses are like this big, I say 3D environment. Again, you are just on a 2D track, so it's not like you could just fly around anywhere in the level. And all the bosses pretty much come down to you need to try and hit them in some way. But what's annoying is that if they hit you, you lose 5 seconds of time. So even though you could be hopefully doing quite well, if you get hit enough times, then you're just going to end up losing because you've run out of time. Here we go, completed. And depending on how quickly you do, you actually get a score multiplier. It is actually possible to have a lower ranking than you did going in, because this will now get added to your overall score. Well, that is now my highest score. But I have it where I've gone in with a C and got dropped down to a D, which is great, even though I got the time multiplier. Anyway. But yeah, so that is Nights into Dreams. If you haven't tried it, you really should. Normally it's on sale. You can get it on Steam. You can get it on I think the Switch. Otherwise, it's also the PS Store, Xbox as well. Got released for everything when they did the remaster. But yeah, it's a great bit of Sonic Team's history and definitely worth checking out. And you can see here, Sonic Knuckles Miles. But yeah, well,